The song Nyagudala, how true is that?
Yeah, I recorded this song a couple of months ago, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of months ago. When we were done recording it, we had, I think, another month in which we, like after the recording, I think it's like 3 months to 4 months old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after we recorded it, we waited for like a month before we could actually shoot, because we needed to get access to the Radisson Blue, where we're shooting from, and Bush Track. So we waited for quite a while. Then after we're done with the shoot, we also waited for like almost another month before we could release it. So the reason we do that, of course, is because we distribute to our DSPs. So yeah, it's something that I'm planning on doing, just to get to educate my fellow artists about the art of holding on to the song for the right reasons. When you're done with it, you distribute it, and then how can I put it? You send it to the stores, but then they don't release it on a particular date. You give them 3 weeks until it can be released. So the reason we do that is because now they're able to place it on playlists. So for example, if you go on Audiomack right now, this is the only Zambian song that you find on Trending.
Wow.
Yeah, check it out. On Trending, Rehab. So it's on 2 playlists on Audiomack. Jay-Z's Tidal.
Wow.
Roberto is the cover of the official African playlist, which is called Kalahari to Lake Malawi. You can check it out, I'll share it with you. So all those are some of the benefits that you have for sending a song early, and then you give them like 3 weeks before it is released. Yeah.
Interesting. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
On Yatu Vibes. It's great to have you.
I haven't been here in a while.
Sorry, my team didn't have a red carpet somewhere. To make you walk in while you're walking in.
Can we do it again?
Yeah?
Can we do it? You know, we need to do it again.
Yeah? But it's great to have you right here.
Thank you so
I know it was one of the conversation that was going on social media, saying Roberto is requesting when he goes to perform.
Yeah.
There's a red carpet that should be. I was still with the same dream. I was still going on with the same agenda.
Bro, listen, you need to set standards for yourself. And sometimes people look at it as if it's boasting, but listen, if you don't pat yourself on the back, people like Muhammad Ali would not be who they are. You know what I mean? If you look at Muhammad Ali's life itself, he was proud of himself. He was proud of what he was capable of doing because he knew he was talented. Look at Mike Tyson. Anybody out there that is great, sometimes you need to be able to pat yourself on the back. The problem we have with society is that they don't allow you to be yourself. They feel like if you say, listen, I'm good at what I do, they're like, but it's not supposed to be like that. Why should I wait for someone else to tell me I'm good? I need to tell myself I'm good, motivate myself. When you're in studio, whatever it is that you're doing, the reason why you have that haircut is because you looked at yourself and said, this looks good.
So, Pastor, like I said before showing that video,
yeah,
we had Director Law right here.
Ah, okay.
He spoke about how his work, how much inputs he puts in.
Yeah.
And you as a man who we know that also knows what quality is about.
True.
And let's talk about the whole arrangement. The whole arrangement.
Are we talking about the money here or what?
You know, we need to talk about the money so that people put some respect on the name so that people know that there's something that is put in. Let's talk about the whole arrangement. I was even telling you in the background saying, when I was seeing that video, some locations don't look like it's Zambia, but nice locations.
We do have.
Yeah.
And look, the purpose of us getting to shoot a video like this is because I want to show Zambians that we have amazing locations. People want to see more about what Zambia is all about, and you cannot travel the world and not expect to be a tourism ambassador. And for me, when I go to different countries, I always ask, what do you know about Zambia? And they either tell you about Chiporoporo, Kenneth Kaunda, Kalusha Bwadia, and they say, oh, Amarula. And I thought to myself, okay, so if you know about that, then it simply means I have a role and a mandate to try and export my country, what it offers, some of the tourism attractions, and showcase them in the music video. Because people would ask me, but how does Zambia look like? And now you can easily say, have you seen my new video? And if they say yes, I said, that's Zambia. That's why we added the Victoria Falls in there, because we wanted people to see what you can enjoy when you come to Zambia. We chose the Radisson Blue on purpose because it's an amazing place. And I'm hoping that other hotels, other business institutions can grant artists an opportunity to use their locations because they are beautiful, they're outstanding buildings. But we have a challenge in the industry where some of our business or corporate partners feel they cannot grant access to our artists for whatever reasons, which I honestly respect. But you need to understand that we have amazing buildings. They get amazing architects to build these amazing buildings. So what are you doing with them? Are we just supposed to pass by and just say, oh, that's a nice building? Let the arts play a part in getting to showcase the beauty of Zambia. So for me, this was a message to corporate institutions. Grant people access to amazing buildings, your amazing facilities. It's not like when we come there, we want to destroy them. Put someone there to make sure that some of your things are not destroyed, because we do understand that safety is of importance and making sure that the place is left the way it was found. So we need to work together. We do not have so many resources for us to fund our music videos. Most of the videos that we shoot, ask any artist out there, how many artists are being sponsored by companies? Almost zero. Most artists will work hard, save some money, ask friends for some money, cousins, uncles, other business people, but there isn't a particular institution that's going to say, listen, Roberto, your next video, our budget is X amount, this is what we want to do for you. How can we work? And we need to start adapting to such cultures and such mentalities, because right now, African music is taking center stage, and what is Zambia doing? We can't keep clapping for our friends, because we have talented artists, we have talented producers, we have talented videographers. We can do this. We can play a part in what is happening. Once this wave of Afrobeats passes by, I don't know when next we'll see African music take center stage. So it's important that so many other people see what the artists are trying to say. We want to work with you. Can you work with us? What can we do together? And we definitely can make a change.
There's been a concern, or in most conversations that I've seen people discussing about, is regard to do with Zambian music not having an identity.
That's not true.
It's a story that's been going on for a while now. I'm sure you've come across it.
I have, and who says that? Okay, tell me, what's Zambia's identity?
It's about the people. I don't know. It's about the people. I don't know. You, from an artist's perspective.
I think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people play. They want to seem like they're great critiques. Play a part. Criticize when you play a part. You just don't criticize something that you're not playing a part in. It's like what we always say. The way we went to shoot that video, we shot for 3 days, but it would take someone 10 seconds to say, video nya chape chape. Go and make one. Show us what you can do. But the problem is we always want to criticize rather than saying, what were these people trying to do? How can I play a part in developing what their vision is and make it better? So we need to change the stigma and the inferiority complex of wanting to first thing first criticize. It looks cheap. It looks plain. There's nothing really interesting. What have you yourself done to make that project better? So you play a part, and if it's not as good as what you thought it would be, go back and say, okay guys, I think we tried, but let's try and see if we can invest more in this and that. That's the mentality we need to adapt to. Not all the time someone is doing something, the first thing you do is negative criticism, this and that. Oh, look at that person. Have you seen the way they were? If that angle is not nice, are you a videographer? No. Have you gone to school to do that? No. The only thing you feel like is important for you is criticizing somebody. So we need to have a mindset shift. We cannot win if the first people that want to pull you down are the very same people you're creating something for. How am I going to win? How is another artist going to win? Okay, let's say you just don't like Roberto, right? What about the other artists? What are you doing for them? Other than just play their music, download it, and say, oh, this is a great artist. But then when they're working on something, you're not there to support. So bottom line is, we have a role to play, all of us. If I'm creating the content, I will need you to put me on your platform. Play my music. Someone out there will consume it and say, I like what this guy is doing. How can I work with that person? So it's like that. We need to work together, and I cannot do it alone. I need you, and another person will look at me and say, I need this guy for us to do this. So at the end of the day, we all need each other. We cannot build by breaking each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something that I've always wanted to get to find out from you. Your brand new video is out.
Yeah.
There was a story that was trending before that video.
We are not going to talk about that.
You never responded to it.
We will not talk about that.
And if you don't want to talk about it, I respect that as well. So move on to another. Okay, yes. So move on to another question. That video is out.
Yep.
What would you like the Zambian people to do for you?
I feel it's important for us to see what we're trying to put together. We have a youthful ministry, an amazing PS, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts, who is from our industry, and I know deep down in my heart his heart is in the music industry. And personally, I have opened myself. I've met with the PS and I've told him, listen, I'm available. I'm happy that he's opened the doors to deliberate and discuss one or two things. I believe the future is bright for Zambian music. The future is Zambia, and if we do not take center stage right now, we might miss out on great things. So for me, I keep knocking on doors and keep reminding people that we can definitely do more than what we're doing. You had an amazing artist who just came through just now, and we're talking about how people are unique. I can guarantee you, give people an opportunity to do something and they'll surprise you, with their talents and skills. So we honestly need to see how best we can render some support and assistance.
Are you aware that you're an example? When someone goes out there in Zambia, and there's always an example, your name always comes out saying, what song? Does that give you a lot of work to put out there?
Yeah.
Because there's always a name when everybody's asking, which artist do you know in Zambia? There's always a Roberto name being mentioned.
I am aware. Of course I am aware, and I do not take that for granted, to be honest, because it did not come by luck. It came with a lot of hard work. The time that song Amarula was coming out, that's on my 5th album number 5. But people think that's my first song. If you go out of Zambia, people think that's my first song and my only song. And for me, at first I used to take it with a pinch of salt, but then I realized, okay, I have an opportunity to change the mindset and put out music that they will consume. And so I put out a few songs here and there, and I realized that, okay, I need to take a certain direction. Then I decided, let me do a song about Africa, appreciating African women. And that's how African Woman came about, because I would go on TikTok and Instagram, and if you type African Woman, for example, you notice how many people use the hashtag African Woman, or even on TikTok. And I thought to myself, we need to make an anthem for these queens, because there are these people that are doing, they're makeup artists, they are designers, they are chefs, they're doing all these things, and there could be sportswomen, and at times they want to feel appreciated for who they are, right? And not in the field that they're in, but for who they are. And I thought, let me make a song for these queens. That's how I did African Woman. And then, boom, all of a sudden, it's gone. I did a few songs, here and there. Then I thought to myself, okay, what is the easiest thing that anyone who does not even understand English will say? It's either I love you or my baby. I said, I'm going to do a song called My Baby. That's how I did it. And then all of a sudden, here we are. So now, if I travel out of the country, I know guaranteed I'm performing 3 songs. Okay. Amarula, African Woman, My Baby. Now we've added on Nobody, because anyone knows. If you say, who's this? Nobody. So I try to make my songs as easy as possible for someone who might not really know English, but when they hear a particular word, they know what it means. And for me, that is the direction that I decided to take. I don't have to complicate my story in a song. It's easy to sing along, it's easy for you to understand, and that's what I've noticed. If you look at Nigerian artists these days, they can just whistle on a song and you vibe to it. Yeah. Easy is easy.
Yeah. Talk to your people right now. Your camera is this one.
Yes.
Your brand new videos out.
Yeah.
Numbers out on your YouTube right now.
And I'm not looking at YouTube numbers. I think I've stopped doing that. Okay. Because sometimes it makes you feel like you're in a competition with your previous project, and then you start losing focus because now you're getting wired doing ABCD. For me, right now, when I release a song, I'm just like thinking, where do I want it to go? There are songs that I know that I've hit on TikTok that are 8 years old, and it's only now that they are making sense. So for me, YouTube numbers these days, of course, I know how important they are, but when I release a song, the first few days, I do not want to keep going back and start checking, how many views. I want to make sure the song is spread to every region that I know I want it spread, and then we commence with majority of our promotion. So once I know that, okay, great, 1 week we're done, is the song in Brazil? Yes. Is it playing? All right, great. Let's see what we can do there. Is this song playing this side? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see what we can do there. So sometimes we get so overwhelmed with thinking, okay, I need to do 50,000 views. I need to do 1 million views in 2 days. Okay, great. You do 2 million views. After 2 months, where's your song?
Okay.
You get my point, right?
Yeah.
So we rush sometimes to prove a point, but who are we proving a point to? That point you're trying to prove, what is it bringing back to you? So you do 2 million views in a day, then what?
Roberto, it was great having a conversation with you. Thank you very much for coming through.
You're welcome, you're welcome. No disrespect to anybody.
Yeah.
And I feel it's great, of course, to have great numbers.
Yeah.
But I just want to change people's mindset about where our music needs to be. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's great to do amazing numbers, but please follow up those numbers with presence of the song in regions where you feel it's important. Because we get excited by posting numbers that we forget that there's an afterlife of the song, because that's what you want. You want to be able to travel places because your song has reached far and wide, not because it hit a certain number of views and then boom, it's dead.
That's Roberto right there speaking. Amazing conversation.
Thank you.
Brand new videos out.